Hello, hello, hello. This is Adrienne, Capricorntigress of Astrology A Look Inside. And I am coming because, well, it's the 23rd of April. It's almost May. And we're at the halfway point between the next new moon and the last full moon. And I need to finish the readings that I didn't do for the signs the last time I was live. So I'm going to be doing the signs, let's see, Leo all the way through to Pisces, I think. And if I get around and I got enough energy, I'll finish that. But let's get started with the basics, okay? What's the basics for this week? Which is that we have moved into the sign of Taurus. We're officially in Taurus season. And Mercury's in Taurus, Uranus is in Taurus, and the North Node is in Taurus. In fact, Mercury and Saturn are square each other right now. So we're going to talk about where the planets are because there's a lot to talk about. Okay, so first thing is that the sun is at 3 degrees of Taurus. Okay, we are already at 3 degrees. It's like, where have I been all week? It's crazy. And that sun at 3 degrees of Taurus is sextile Mars, actually. You know, I like having the sun and Mars sextile. It's energy, it's action. So I think maybe we'll see some inspired action over the next few days from some people. And I think it is positive action because Taurus and Pisces sextile each other. They're positive, they're in flow. So the actions are flowing with the energy of the ego. In other words, that's what's happening right now. So that probably feels good. The one thing that does concern me, and I felt it today, this is the first time I've looked at the planets all day, but I felt it. And that is that the moon was square this 3 degrees of Taurus today. The moon's in Aquarius. And the moon's right now at 12 degrees of Aquarius. Okay, so I don't know where that affects you in your life. For me, that was right in my first house, and I felt it like this weird, I can't explain it, but I felt it, okay? But that square happened today. So I would say about, wow, within the last 10, 12 hours, we've been really in the shadow of this square between the sun and the moon. So, you know, what we want and what makes us feel good was not really going with what was happening. And I felt that. I felt like I just felt disconnected. I think some people just felt that feeling of disconnect. Okay, just things weren't connecting right. But I think it's going to start getting better, especially as the moon moves closer towards Pisces. Oh, and when it gets into Pisces, it's going to be so nice. Oh, what a beautiful Sunday we'll have tomorrow. I think we'll have a nice Sunday. Okay. But when it gets into Pisces, we've got a lot going on in Pisces right now. We got Venus in Pisces at 20 degrees. We've got Mars in Pisces at 6 degrees. We've got Jupiter in Pisces at 26 degrees. And we've got Neptune in Pisces at 24 degrees. Jupiter and Neptune just finished an amazing sextile. They're still technically conjunction. They're still technically conjunct right now. And Venus is kind of pulling up to join in the party with Jupiter and Neptune. Okay, Venus, Jupiter, and Neptune together. Oh my goodness. The creativity of that. I just feel like any babies that are conceived or born that day are going to be absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And so that is something that could definitely occur, right? We've got a lot of Pisces, and I think a lot of creativity happening, and maybe even a lot of beauty, because Venus is about beauty, and it's about Venus, right? So we've got Uranus at 14 degrees of Taurus, and that is square the moon right now. Uranus, wherever that is square the moon, wherever that is in your chart. For me, it's right in my first house. So I'm feeling it between my first house and fourth house, me working from home, doing this right now. And I can tell you, I've started and I already want to finish. And I don't know if that's because the moon is sitting on my Saturn, which is at 10 degrees of Aquarius. I said I wasn't going to talk about myself. Forget that. I do whatever I feel like. It's sitting right on there, right? And the Chiron is sextile at 13 degrees of Aries right now. And I talked about this in one of my last episodes, where Chiron in Aries is really bringing about the feelings of discontent and pain and hidden wounds that have to do with our image, that have to do with our face, the persona we give off, but really the image that we're giving off in general. I mean, I may be giving off a really harsh image, and I'm not doing anything to do that. It's just that the moon is on my Saturn and Chiron's right there, right on my progressed ascendant. So I can only imagine what other people see when I'm here or when I talk. Now, speaking of talking, Mercury's at 23 degrees of Taurus. That's right on the North Node at 22 degrees of Taurus. So, so I feel like the urge to speak might be there for a lot of people. And if you have it, then look for ways to express yourself. I recommend a podcast. I love those. But getting out the information, getting out whatever that is that's building up inside that wants to come out and talk. I just want to say again, even when I look at it from afar, that Mercury square Saturn is ugly. Oh, man. And it's 23 degrees, which is a 5, which is Mercury. 5 is Mercury in numerology. It's Gemini, Virgo, it's Mercury. And right now, Mercury's at 23 degrees and Saturn's at 23 degrees of Aquarius. They are actually square each other right now. And that square, it's probably what made me want to come and talk, but it's also what most likely is making me feel like I want to stop talking and go back and maybe Netflix. That's probably that. And all by its lonesome out here is Pluto at 28 degrees of Capricorn. It's actually friendly with almost all the planets right now, because Taurus is trine Capricorn and Pisces is sextile Capricorn. So it's really not making any ugly connections anymore. It's just, when I look at this, I look at it differently because I'm just thinking about my own self, and I know I shouldn't. So with that, I'm going to end where the planets are so we can hurry up and start doing the cards. My goodness. Okay. I'm just doing the cards because I have to, right? And in fact, because I am going through such a weird night, I'm going to record me doing the cards and I'll upload them later. That way I can go and Netflix. But before I do that, before I do that, I want to at least share my my info here. So here we go. Let's put this out here.
Astrology, a look inside. Presenting astrology and tarot readings for all.